Imagine this. You're walking through a quiet park. A pigeon lands on the bench beside you. Its feathers ruffle in the wind. It blinks, pecks at the ground. Ordinary, harmless, forgettable. But what if I told you that bird might not be a bird at all? What if it's a spy? An extension of one of the most powerful intelligence agencies on Earth. Because for decades, the CIA has tried to turn animals into living instruments of espionage. It sounds like science fiction, like a Cold War fever dream. But it isn't. In declassified files and forgotten reports, a strange story unfolds. Cats wired with microphones, dolphins trained to disable submarines, ravens taught to fly into enemy windows and retrieve documents. The CIA's obsession was simple. Machines had limits, but animals could go where humans couldn't, slip through cracks in ways technology hadn't yet mastered. The story begins in the 1960s. The Cold War is at its peak. Washington and Moscow are locked in a silent, relentless struggle for secrets. Satellites are still primitive, bugs can be detected, spies get caught. And so, the CIA turns to nature. One of the most infamous projects was called Acoustic Kitty. The idea was bold and bizarre. Surgically implant a listening device into a cat, use its natural curiosity to wander near Soviet embassies, and capture conversations. On paper, it was genius. In reality, it was a tragedy. The first mission ended almost immediately. Released on a Washington street, the cat was hit by a taxi before it could even reach the target. The project was abandoned, millions of dollars lost, and yet, the ambition didn't die. Because cats weren't the only animals drafted into this strange war. The U.S. Navy, working closely with the CIA, trained dolphins and sea lions. Dolphins learned to detect underwater mines, to mark enemy divers, even to carry tools to secret locations. Sea lions, agile and clever, could attach trackers to submarines without anyone noticing. There are whispers, never fully proven, that dolphins were once trained to carry explosives, to ram into enemy ships, a weapon disguised as innocence. And here's the unsettling part. The animals didn't know. They didn't choose this. They weren't patriots or traitors. They were simply following instincts, following the hand that fed them. To the dolphins, it was a game. To the ravens, a task rewarded with food. To the CIA, it was a new frontier of intelligence. But every experiment carried an echoing question. Where do we draw the line between ingenuity and cruelty? Some of these programs actually worked. Trained birds really could fly through open windows and return with classified documents. Dolphins did patrol harbors and intercept divers. Even today, there are rumors, denied officially, that militaries around the world still use marine mammals for missions too delicate for machines. And here's the irony. In a world now dominated by satellites, drones, and artificial intelligence, some experts argue that animals remain more effective in certain situations because no one suspects the pigeon on the bench. No one questions the dolphin swimming near a naval base. So next time you see a bird flutter overhead or a cat slinking by a window, remember this. During one of the most dangerous chapters in history, even the creatures of our world were pulled into the shadows of human conflict, not out of loyalty, not out of choice, but because in the endless hunt for secrets, the CIA looked to nature itself and tried to turn life into a weapon. And that's the haunting truth about how animals became spies.